Welcome, my friend. Right now you are doing something that most people will never do. You clicked this video, and that choice already makes you different. Think about it. While 99% kept scrolling without thinking, you paused, you chose, you acted. That single step separates you from the crowd. Greatness doesn't begin with giant leaps. It begins with small decisions like this one, repeated again and again. Most people talk about dreams but never chase them. They wish for change, yet they stay comfortable. They say tomorrow or someday, but someday never arrives. That is exactly what the 99% are doing. They stay stuck in distractions, excuses, and waiting for the right time. And because they wait, their lives remain the same year after year. But you are here, listening, opening your mind, choosing growth. That makes you different. You are part of the rare 1%. The 1% act when others hesitate. They move forward when others stay still. It's not about luck or talent. It's about choices and persistence. While 99% waste hours, the 1% build themselves. They read while others consume meaningless entertainment. They practice discipline while others chase comfort. They invest in growth while others complain. 6 months from now, if you keep doing what 99% are not doing, your life will transform. You will wake up with purpose and quiet pride. Small victories will stack up. Better health, sharper mind, stronger habits. People around you will wonder how you did it, and you will know the answer. It happened because you made uncommon choices when others were scrolling. Everyone wants results, but few are willing to walk the road that actually leads to them. The 99% want shortcuts and instant wins, but the 1% build brick by brick, day by day. Every moment you resist distraction, you are proving your strength. Every time you choose focus, you build your future. The test comes when things feel boring or hard. That's when 99% give up and walk away. But the 1% stay consistent even in silence. They keep planting seeds without demanding instant fruit. And then one day they wake up in a life the 99% only dream of. That is the reward of doing what others refuse to do. Today you proved you belong to that rare group. You are not ordinary because ordinary people wouldn't even be here. You are already breaking patterns that keep most people trapped. Hold on to that strength and keep moving forward. The journey ahead will demand courage, patience, and discipline. But it will give you something greater, the life you truly deserve. Remember, comfort is the trap of the 99%. They choose what feels easy instead of what builds them. They hit snooze on their alarm. They waste hours on distractions that add no value. They keep saying, someday I'll start. But someday is just another way of saying never. The 1% think differently. They know success is hidden inside discipline. They know that if they do today what others avoid, tomorrow will look completely different. It's not about doing extraordinary things once. It's about doing simple things consistently. The 99% seek excitement and instant results. The 1% trust the process even when no one is watching. They write their goals down while others laugh. They practice when others are partying. They fail, but instead of quitting, they learn. They stumble, but instead of stopping, they rise. Failure doesn't scare the 1%. What scares them is staying the same. And that's the real difference between you and the 99%. You are willing to pay the price of growth. Think about the strongest people in history. None of them got there by choosing comfort. They went through struggles, pain, and rejection, but they used it as fuel instead of chains. The 99% avoid pain at all costs. The 1% see pain as the training ground for greatness. When others say it's too hard, the 1% say it's worth it. When others stop, the 1% take one more step. And here's the secret. One more step changes everything. That single extra push creates momentum that others never feel. You are closer to change than you think. Every decision you make is carving your future. If you keep making the same choices as the 99%, you will keep living the same life as them. But if you choose differently, if you act boldly, you will live a life most people can't even imagine. It's not about being better than others. It's about being better than who you were yesterday. The 99% compare themselves and feel small. The 1% compete only with their past self. Day by day, brick by brick, they turn ordinary days into extraordinary lives. And right now you are building that same foundation. You are walking the rare path most people never dare to walk. So remind yourself daily, I do what 99% are not willing to do. Repeat it until it becomes your identity. Because once it does, success will chase you. You are proving it in this very moment. And the best part is, you are only getting started. You've made it to this point, and that is rare. Most people never stay this long on anything that can change their life. That's why the world is divided into two groups. Those who keep scrolling endlessly, and those who stop and grow. The 99% will keep saying they don't have time. But the truth is they waste it on things that don't matter. The 1% create time by cutting distractions. They build focus when others chase noise. The majority fear stepping outside the comfort zone. But comfort is where dreams go to die. Growth happens in the uncomfortable moments. It happens when you dare to do what others won't. The 99% avoid the hard conversations, the risks, the effort. The 1% embrace them, because that's where change is born. Every breakthrough in life is a result of courage. Not talent, not luck, just courage. Courage to take the first step. Courage to keep going when it feels impossible. Courage to silence the voice that says you can't. And courage to prove it wrong every single day. Most people live on autopilot. They repeat the same day for years and call it a life. The 1% refuse to settle for that cycle. They chase meaning, growth, and impact. Ask yourself right now, which life do you want? The life of excuses or the life of purpose? Because every decision you make is shaping the answer. And today you already made a powerful decision to be here. That choice says you don't want to be ordinary. It says you are ready to stand out. And standing out is never easy, but it is always worth it. The world doesn't remember those who followed the crowd. It remembers those who had the courage to walk alone. That courage is inside you right now. You've shown it by staying with this message until the end. Don't let this be just another video you watched. Turn it into a turning point. Start by asking yourself daily, what am I doing today that 99% are not doing? The answer could be small. Reading, working out, focusing, learning. But those small actions will rewrite your entire story. Because small actions compound into massive change. That's the truth the 99% never realize. They give up before the magic happens, but the 1% stay long enough to see the results. And that's why their lives look extraordinary. Not because they are lucky, but because they are consistent. You are now walking that same road, step by step, choice by choice, moment by moment. And if you keep walking, you will reach places that feel impossible today. But one day they will be your reality. So carry this belief with you. I am the 1%. I do what others won't. Say it until it becomes the core of who you are. Because once you live by it, no dream will be out of reach. Remember, you are not here by accident. You are here because you are meant for more. And from this moment on, nothing can stop you. Unless you choose to stop yourself.